Hey there, I know the pain changed you, but it doesn't have to name you. My name is Juhl Jaxen, and I am an intuitive coach, a master energy healer, and hypnotherapist. And I help women navigate through significant life changes. And I wanted to share a story today about what I went through. In a matter of 1 year, I had these huge changes that happened in my life. I went through a divorce of 24 years. I had to put my house on the market, go through all of, what that's like, showing a house. We showed the house over 50 times, selling the house, moving to a new home. The same time my kids were off to college, so I became an empty nester. Prior to all of that, I had a significant health issue that was happening that was kind of a mystery. And so all of that kind of came crumbling down all at once in the same few months. Actually, it was less than a year. And I remember, feeling completely traumatized because it was a lot. And I remember waking up after I had moved and started just kind of looking at where I was. I felt like the rug had been pulled out from under me in so many different directions. Not once, not twice, not three. It was like a half dozen times there was these huge events that happened. And I remember waking up one day, you feel pretty spent, alone. You feel defeated, deflated. But I remember having this spark that said, I could hear my thoughts say, I am not going to allow these traumatic events to define who I am. It's not going to become my identity. And from there, I started doing my healing journey and my healing process. I worked with a lot of different people. I did my own inner work, and I really did the work to move out of victim consciousness, because that's would be easy to fall into, like, oh, I got divorced, poor me, and this, and I had this. And I chose not to stay in that arena because it's easy to stay focused on that. So when we can shift our mindset and shift the way we step into our life, so much can change. And so I want you to consider looking at where you're at right now. Are you allowing some challenging event or some traumatic event to define who you are? If so, maybe this is the time to dive a little deeper in and say, how's that serving me? How is that serving me? Are you happy? Is it working out for you? Or do you feel stuck and you're spiraling in this energy that is not really supportive or forward moving in any way? So I wanted to just share this today to give you some hope, give you some thought into looking more closely at what are you holding on to from your past, from different events, from challenges or situations. And let's face it, life happens, and life is not always roses and sunshines, butterflies, unicorns, and lollipops. Life is going to throw us curveballs, things we didn't see coming. It's going to throw us difficult situations, painful situations, but know that we can get through it. We can change. We can not get stuck in the grief. It's good to grieve, but we don't need to stay in the grief forever and ever and just be stuck in that, right? We need to move through it. We need to feel our feels and keep moving on. And so I wanted to just share a little bit about my story, because I've been through, I feel like, the fire. And I know many of you may be experiencing job loss or a health concern, divorce, empty nesting. There's so many big life changes that happen to us. Even moving into a new home, that's a big deal. Our environment is a big deal, and it can toss us around. It can send us into different spaces and places. And if we're not aware and consciously looking at where we're at or what we're doing with this information, we can easily get stuck in that spiral, that negative spiral, or the victim consciousness of poor me, look what happened to me. So know that there's hope. Know that there's ways to move and engage in different ways. And a lot of it is about reconnecting with your beliefs. So reach out and set up, I have a free discovery call. If you want to connect And I would love to get to know you more and see if we're a good match and I can help you along your journey, because listen, I've been there.